What's good, team? Right now, I'm about to bring you guys another episode of the Explained series today. And on this week's episode, as you guys can see, I'm doing Spyral's Explained and in-depth analysis to the deck. And I'm going to be going over some brief combos as well. The reason why I wanted to do this deck is because, honestly, it's one of the newer decks that came out. And honestly, there's not really a lot of interesting decks to go into. After reviewing the deck before making this video, the deck seems to be pretty fucking insane and is relatively cheap, so I highly recommend everyone to go on TCG Player right now and pick up the main guide as an ultra, because he's like $5, because I can definitely see him being one of those cards that jump from 5 to 30 in the near future. So now that I got the little disclaimer out the way, let's begin. What makes this deck good? What makes this deck good is because it's one of those knowledge knowing decks. It reveals the top card. A lot of the cards have to doing with knowing what your opponent deck does by using their effects. So you get the knowledge of what they're doing, because as we already know, knowledge is power. So by knowing what your opponent deck can do, it's going to put you miles and miles ahead of them, because you can know what to expect. It's a control deck. Control decks are usually known for just controlling the game state pretty much, and control decks, we haven't had one of those in a while. And honestly, having a good control deck that's knowledge orientated is very powerful, trust me. The last time I was having something like that was, I think was when everyone was abusing 3 Mind Crush in the Dark World format. Yeah, that deck was insane. And another thing that makes the deck good because it's special summons, meaning a lot of cards in this deck revolve around special summoning, and for the most part seem to pull off OTKs. So now that I went over what makes this deck good, I'm going to go into the monsters, explain what they do, and give my thoughts on them. Spyral Super Agent. Effect basically reads: if this card is in your hand, you can declare one card type, monster, spell, or trap, reveal the top card of your opponent's deck, and if you do, special summon this card. If it is a card of that type, if this card is special summoned by the effect of a Spyral card, you can destroy one spell or trap your opponent controls. You can only use each effect of Spyral Super Agent once per turn, so you can't spam into the field and abuse this effect over by popping shit. But you call a card type from the opponent's top of the deck, so you make them reveal it. Even if you call it wrong, you still made them reveal a card from their deck, which is very powerful, especially if you go first. That's just fucking insane. Hold on, do you have to pop a card? It says if this card is special summon. So so after you reveal, they just reveal, and that's it. So that's really powerful, just by just saying reveal your top card, call monster. And if they don't have a monster, well, you know what card they're gonna have next. So, and it also leads you to knowing what their deck is, which is another important play about knowing what to do when you're going first. Then the pop a spell and trap as an added bonus. I think they mainly added that part on for this deck and compete with pendulums, because decks like let's see, Pepe is still kind of relevant, and DDD are gonna be relevant in the near future. So this deck gives you lube against pendulums and lube against back row heavy decks. So, and plus it's a 1900 beater, level 4 warrior, so you can search them out with Rhoda. And 1900 is pretty much a good solid attack for level 4 guys. So yeah, Spyral Super Agent. He's actually based on 2 characters: Solid Snake from the Metal Gear Solid franchise, and he's actually based on James Bond. So it's kind of a fusion of them two, similar to the fashion data of Cosmos. They were a fusion of Star Wars and Wizard of Oz. Next up, Spyral Quick Fix. If this card is normal summon or special summon, you can add one Spyral Gear card from your deck to your hand. If this card is in your graveyard, control a Spyral Super Agent. You can discard one card, special summon this card, but banish it when this card leaves the field. So when you normal summon or special summon him, you add one of the supporting gear cards to your hand. That's really good because the deck has tutorable support, and he's a machine level 1 500 attack, so you can abuse him with cards like 1-for-1 and machine dupe, which is insane. So just the fact that you can machine dupe him out, his effect don't say once per turn, so if you machine dupe him out, you can get 2 to the field. So you pretty much use machine dupe plus him as a +1, because you're gonna grab 3 different support cards from your deck, which is very powerful in its own. And then also you can just make a rank 1 play, and they have some pretty decent rank 1s in the game. So overall, he's a really solid card. Nothing more to be said about him. And then when you got Super Agent on the field, you can discard one card to special summon him, so you can pitch a deck card you don't need in your hand, special summon him, and go get a card you do need from your deck. So overall, it's a good card in general. Spyral Gear Drone, level 1 wind, 100 attack, 100 defense. Now this is the deck's moneymaker right here. This is the card that's going to make the deck. If this card is normal or special summon, you can look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck, and if you do, place them on top the deck in any order. During the player's turn, you contribute this card. Target one Spyral monster you control. It gains 500 attack for each card your opponent controls. That part is fucking insane. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. You can banish this card, one Spyral card from your graveyard, and target one Spyral Super Agent in your graveyard and add it to your hand. That part is decent, but the fact that you tribute him to target one Spyral monster you control, it gains 500 attack for each card your opponent controls. That's really insane because against back row heavy decks that like to sit on back row, if you flip it to Creon them and then let's say for example, you bring out your Spyral Gear, arrange their deck to make them draw shitty cards, tribute him off, your monster is gonna get at least a good 15 to 2500 attack boost off of that, and that's not counting if they have monsters in the field. And that boost does not say until end turn, so that part stacks. That's fucking nuts. The second part that's nuts about this card, if you have machine dupe with him, you can machine dupe out 3 of these and potentially just OTK your opponent. Hashtag one punch man. Like, that's dumb. And people are sleeping on this deck so fucking hard right now. It's ridiculous. But yeah, this card is OP as fuck. It combos well with Super Agent. Like, the synergy between these 3 cards are really, really good. I'm loving this deck way more than Subterror. Although Subterror's not that bad either. But yeah, Spyral Gear Drone's amazing card. Don't know what to say. Definitely 3 of in the deck with machine dupe. And last but not least, the last supporting card for the archetype is Spyral Gear Big Red. Activate this card by targeting one Spyral monster in your graveyard, special summon it, and if you do, equip this card to it. It cannot be destroyed by battle once per. You can only activate one Spyral Gear Big Red per turn. So with that being said, for Spyral Big Red, so you pretty much special summon your any Spyral you want back. You get their effect, and they can't be destroyed by battle. That's good because you can bring back your Super Agent. And you can use your Super Agent's effect to pop a card because it's a Spyral card. In addition to that, another thing I like about this card, when you combo it with cards like Quick Fix with the machine dupe, you can search out at least 3 of these and always have a way to bring back your agent. And you can also bring back your Spyral Gear drones to boost up your agent. So let's say for example you have an agent on the field, you use Big Red, so summon gear drone, and your opponent has a big field on you, and you call behind it back your agent or some shit like that. Now you can gear drone, boost your guy up, trap stun the back row or whatever, and OTK the opponent. That's dumb, and it's pretty cool because it's kind of like a this is kind of like a golden gun. Oh my god, I hope they make the golden gun. Now that I think about it, that's gonna be fucking crazy if they make the golden gun from 007. But anyway, yeah, this card is really good. I mean, it's an archetype based monster born. What's there not to like about the card? Now I'm gonna go over some supporting cards for the archetype. So the card obviously can abuse machine dupe because all the guys are machines and low levels. For example, the deck can be abused 1 for 1, and obviously the deck can abuse Mind Crush by knowing. Let's say for example you go first with Super Agent and you reveal Super Agent, make your opponent reveal their card, and it's a card that you didn't call and you don't special summon Super Agent. You can just set Mind Crush and pass, and as soon as they draw off Mind Crush, that's fucking retarded. And that's not saying if you let's say for example if you open up multiple Mind Crushes, now you can set 3, make your agent reveal, call whatever, and if you hit the card you get special summon effect. That's a bonus, but you can call whatever, Mind Crush in their turn, then Mind Crush another card at their turn. That's dumb. I highly recommend people picking up 2 to 3 Mind Crushes. Actually, fuck it, 3 Mind Crushes for this deck, because the fact that Mind Crush can combo with Super Agent is insane. And yeah, fuck that. I'm building this deck. I'm probably gonna take the deck to regionals and maybe even YCS Minnesota if I can get my shit together before then. So yes, final thoughts on this deck. The deck has tons of fucking potential, with Super Agent, Mind Crush, and the fact that they can OTK. Although it has a ton of potential, it does need a good boss monster. But thank the God that this deck is still new, so there's tons of potential for the deck to come out with boss monsters, XYZs. I hope they make a golden gun or some type of gun for Super Agent. So overall, at this point in time, I think the deck is a good tier 2. I think it's safe to say that Spyrals is a tier 2. I mean, the deck already has an potential OTK. The deck has a fuck ton of synergy, and Super Agent is that magic level 4. So you can abuse things like Castell. You can abuse things like Giant Hand. There are so many different cards you can abuse with this card because so many good cards are rank 4. So overall, this deck is pretty good, pretty solid. And so far, it's abusing rank 4s and rank 1s. So yeah. Oh yeah, plus Big Red just being a archetype based monster reborn is always a good touch. So this was my Spyral Deck Explained. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, give it a big thumbs up. Just like last week, I want you guys to click in the right hand corner for next week's episode of the Explain series. So as I always tell you guys, if you're a new viewer to this channel, I would love for you to subscribe for more competitive Yu-Gi-Oh content. Upload 3 times a week. On Mondays to do my general discussions, on Wednesdays to do my top 10s, and on Fridays to do my Explain series where I explain decks and archetypes in detail. I do these videos, I truly believe in helping you guys become better players, and I also do these videos because I truly believe in you guys helping me become a better player. Chris from Team Innovation signing out. Peace guys, and stay innovative. Deuces. Listen on my phone. Number 10, anti-spell fragrance. Now the reason why I have anti-spell fragrance on this list is because it is a really powerful card, mainly because of the pendulum being a thing.